Okay, we got Cincinnati against San Francisco. San Francisco was ranked 8th. Cincinnati ranked 16th. Vic Roberts.
Right.
So the San Francisco Giants beat the New York Mets in round 1. Beat the St. Louis Cardinals in round 2. They just gave up a home run in round 3. Cincinnati Reds beat San Diego in round 1. They beat the Chicago Cubs in round 2.
Right.
And they hit a home run here in round 3 so far.
Right.
So if you missed the last game, Atlanta versus Texas,
Out.
I had to write a new rule. So if a team gets in a pickle, you know, we had a running back forth between first and second base. And this was going on for 3 minutes.
Out.
I was timing it on my stopwatch, and yeah, so I had to create a new rule, 3-minute pickle rule. If a team's in a pickle for 3 minutes, game ends right there. Whoever's got the highest score at the time wins the game. If the game happens to be tied, we'll just have to start over.
Out.
I thought maybe I could take control of the teams. I thought if I hit start, it would take me to the menu and it would let me choose one of the teams, because I'm pretty sure in the hockey games you could do that. You know, if you got computer versus computer, I think you could hit the pause menu and pick a team to play as, but apparently in this game, if you got computer versus computer, the only button that works on the controller is select, and then ends the game, takes you right back to the main menu.
Right. Right.
Here, I got another idea. Okay, so if the two teams are tied and the pickle rule happens, the victory goes to the home team.
Hey.
That's what home field advantage is all about. But now, if the road team is winning the game, they got the lead, you get a pickle, which is kind of like a glitch because it's never going to end. I guarantee you, if I kept my TV going and I went to bed tonight, woke up in the morning, it'd still be going on. I think it depends on the speed of the runner. I mean, some of the runners are a little bit slower where the baseman will actually go chasing after him, but I think in this last game, the base runner was fast enough where they weren't going to risk running. They're just going to keep throwing back and forth.
Right.
It was like the exact same pattern. It wasn't like he was getting any closer to one or the other base.
Out.
So yeah, sometimes you have to create your own rules. These tournaments.
Hey.
I had a similar situation in the NFL, Tecmo Super Bowl.
Right.
Because you're doing exhibition game when I'm doing these tournaments, and in the exhibition games in the NFL you could tie. Well, I had a game with Buffalo Bills tied against, I can't remember who it was,
Hey.
but at the time I decided to go ahead and play another game. First team that scores wins,
Hey.
and it happened to be the Bills. But after that I decided, if it happens again, the tie goes to the home team. Game is tied at 1. Willie McGee.
Strike. Out.
Juan Samuel. He's another Juan I can make fun of.
Out.
Juan jokes.
Strike.
That one might be gone. Tied with 2. This might be a pretty good game. Last game was actually started out kind of slow and then it started getting better.
Strike.
Texas had like a 5-0 lead and Atlanta started scoring.
Out.
Yeah, that was gonna drop. Whoever wins this game will be going to the semifinals against me as the Chicago White Sox. Scoreline now. Giants got a 3-2 lead. That's 4-2. Gone. Running away with this one now.
Strike. Out.
Bit. Get the home runs last at bat.
Strike. Strike. Out. Strike.
Any bit. I don't know. Fastball. I'm not looking forward to pitch or playing against this pitcher.
Out.
Yeah, if the pitchers are they throw too fast. It's hard to hit the ball.
Out.
Nice name.
Strike.
And Waring. Why didn't they just change it to like Manny or something?
Strike. Out. Strike.
I wonder when the last names ever like actually started. What century people started coming up with the last names?
Out.
I mean, there are so many last names out there, and you think if there's only like, let's say there were only two people, Adam and Eve, wouldn't everybody have their last name? But then they couldn't have been the only first people because there's so many different races out there. You got like white people, you got black people, you got Asian.
Strike.
So it's like, and there's like Middle East. So it's like, did they all have their own first,
Out.
like their own Adam and Eve that white people have? Or, I mean, how did that all start out? And how come there were so many last names? I mean, were there people just,
Strike.
like back in like medieval days, were like, yeah, I'm tired of this old name, I'm going to change it? They've kind of something interesting to research.
Strike.
I wouldn't want to really research it though. I mean, but if there was a documentary on it, I'd probably watch it.
Out. Strike. Strike. Strike.
Yeah, so I just Googled it, and it really does give me
Strike three. You're out.
decent answers. It says last names, also known as surnames or family names, have diverse origins, often stemming from occupations, locations, or personal characteristics, individual ancestors. They could be based on paternal lineage, original patronymics, or equals their nickname or traits. It really doesn't answer my question.
Strike! Out!
Considering there's so many Smiths, I'm guessing maybe Adam and Eve's last name was Smith, or one of the other common names like Johnson. There's so many of them around, so that they probably stemmed out the most.
Strike! 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 Out!
San Francisco pretty much dominating this game. Riley's first names are easy to know where they come from. I mean, the parents pick out the name. But the last name is like something you don't really pick out. You're born with that last name. And it changes if it gets married, but at some point there must have been people who just randomly decided to change your last name for whatever reason. Just, you know, since there are so many last names out there.
Strike! Out! Out!
Double play.
Out!
Yeah, I just googled what race were Adam and Eve because it's kind of hard to determine. I mean, I don't even know if Adam and Eve are real. I don't believe in like the Bible or any of that stuff, but so I don't know if there really was just one Adam and one Eve, or maybe there were hundreds of different original people, but
Out!
it's kind of funny that it says, I guess one of the suggestions were they were interbreeding with Neanderthals to account for modern human diversity.
Strike! Out!
So considering that the Bible, like Jesus and all that's supposed to be Jerusalem, I'm not sure if that's where Adam and Eve are from too. I'm guessing pretty much everyone in North America are like inbred Neanderthals, from what I'm understanding. Kind of funny.
Strike! Out. Out.
Yeah, consider we had races like over in Asia. We got different races in North America, Mexico.
Strike.
Got like down in Africa. I mean, there's so many different races. There couldn't have been just one like Adam and Eve that created everything. Now we're getting kind of like a philosophy type thing. That didn't even make any sound when it hit.
Out.
How about this helmet?
Hey.
Very large.
Out. Strike. Strike. Strike three. You're out.
What was the last name? Sabo or Sabo?
Strike. Out.
Now, speaking of names and races, I was kind of, one time I was looking up names and that, and I noticed, like, in Japan, a lot of the Japanese names, first and last names, all end with a vowel, whereas China ends with a consonant, and they're usually one syllables in China,
Strike.
like Jackie Chan, for example. And in Japanese, you got, like, Shigeru Miyamoto. His first name and last name both end with O's, or both multi-syllables. You got Hiroshi Yamauchi, who was the president of Nintendo. You got Gunpei Yokoi, who designed the Game Boy. Kensuke Tanabe, who worked on Super Mario Bros. 2. You got Koji Kondo, the composer for music for the Zelda games and Mario games. But all those Japanese video game designers, their first name and their last name ends in a vowel. It's kind of interesting.
Hey. Strike.
The only Japanese name that I know of, I'm sure there's tons of them, but the only one that I personally know of that doesn't both end in vowels, is Chosen Taguchi from Karate Kid 2. He's in the Cobra Kai series. His first name, Chosen, ends with the consonant. But Taguchi ends with the vowel. But he's a fictional character, too. Actually, next time I beat Super Mario Brothers 3 or Super Mario World, I have to take a look at all the credits. See how many of those names add in vowels.
Out! Out!
See, that was just... You can't... If you're going to bunt, you have to have that runner take off. Yeah, well, there isn't really a whole lot to announce in baseball.
Right.
At least I come up with a topic to talk about every video. Usually multiple topics.
Out!
It'd be more fun if I had someone, like a friend, kind of like James and Mike Mondays, or, well, they don't do it anymore, but they used to, James and Mike Mondays on Cinemasker. You got two people having a conversation. That's what made the videos the best, were the conversations I had.
Strike! Strike!
Ooh.
Hey!
If they would have thrown it at third instead of second, they probably would have got him.
Strike! Out! Out! Out!
Double play. Poor runner gets stranded at third. He should have ran home. I mean, I did that in my last game. I had runners at first and third, and I started running home. They got me out at second, but instead of throwing to first, they threw to home, so I turned around and ran back. So, I mean, it prevented the double play. I can't remember if I scored him for that or not. That runner.
Out! Out! Strike! Out!
Next game, 6-2 San Francisco. Going on to play against the Chicago White Sox in the semifinals. Yeah, the first couple innings were pretty interesting. After that, it kind of slowed down. It got boring. But hope you enjoyed the game. And next, we got the Toronto Blue Jays against the Cleveland Indians.